half of an hour we have wasted because of me. But let us start with the things. Today we are going to start with the new unit in which we are going to learn about what is the meaning of the correlation and how we are going to find out the relation between the two things, because it is correlation, relation between two things that we are going to analyze. So here we are saying correlation is a linear association between two random variable. If we are working with the two random variable, as we have seen, random variable means a variable that can take the values as a result of some outcome of an experiment. Correct? So here we are talking about whenever we have two random variables and we are looking for a linear association between them, then there comes the word correlation, and it shows us how to determine the nature and strength of relation between the two variables. By using the correlation analysis, we will be able to find out what is the nature of the relationship between the two variables and how much they are related. Correct? And we are going to apply the correlation whenever the variables are dependent. Correct? And if we talk about how we are going to measure it, so we are going to measure the correlation by finding out the correlation coefficient whose value lies between +1 to -1. Now when we are talking about +1 to -1, so what we will say that when correlation is 0, a 0 correlation indicates that there is no relation between the variables, means we are talking about finding out the relation between the two things. Correct? And when we are saying we have measured the correlation and it is coming as 0, so 0 indicate there is no relationship between the variables, or if I can say, actually in our course we are learning the linear correlation. So if I have calculated the correlation and it's coming as 0, so I can say there is no actually linear correlation. Might be possible that the two things are joined in some other way. Correct? So actually here we are talking about the linear correlation. Similarly, if we talk about, we have seen that the range is -1 to 1. Correct? So if the correlation is -1, so indicates a negative correlation, and if we are getting a +1, it indicates a perfect correlation, which is positive. Now let us learn regarding what the things we are saying. Suppose we are talking about two things, and the increase in one is giving the increase in another, or decrease in one is leading to the decrease value in the other. So what is happening? They are related because the effect of one item is having on the another one. So obviously these two things are related, and how they are related? They are related in the positive side, means one is increasing, other is also increasing, one is decreasing and the other is also decreasing. So they are related and they are positively correlated. When there is a 100% effect of one thing on another, then they are the correlation coefficient is +1, which is a perfect positive correlation. But when we can say one thing is increasing lead to the decrease in another thing, or when one thing is decreasing lead to increase in other thing. For example, if I give you, we know that whenever demand is going to be increased, when it is happen, when in order to accomplish with the demand, supply has also to be increased. So depending upon the demand, we have to go for the supply. Correct? So these things are related. Or if I talk about, if you are giving more and more hours for the practice of a particular subject, then your marks are obviously coming in the good one. So as your number of hours of uh, study is going to be increased, number of hours you are going more and more, your marks are coming good and good. But yes, there is a limit, but yes, the things are related. Correct? So we are going to see how the things are related, either positively or negatively. Now, if we talk about the type of correlation, we can categorize it in three types. Actually, it is not the types, but yes, in order to learn about the different types of correlation, we have fragmented into three types, as type 1, type 2, and type 3. As such, if we talk about, we will see there are actually the different categories. We are talking about the types of correlation. Type 1, we are saying when correlation is there, it could be positive, it could be negative, there could be no correlation, or there could be perfect correlation that we have just learned. You know? So it is the same thing. that if the two related variables are such that the increase in one or decrease in one is also leading to increase or decrease in another, that we have just seen. So that is a positive correlation, means here we can say, and this is the best way to learn, that either the two things are increasing together, or if one is decreasing, another is also decreasing, correct? And it is negative when one is increasing and one is decreasing, or when one is decreasing, another is increasing. There is no relation. Suppose if we talk about how much hours electricity is being given to you, and how much score you are getting in a subject, so obviously there is no relation, है ना? There is no relation between the electricity coming to your home and to your devotion to the study. If you are devoted, obviously if there is no electricity, still you will study. So it depends upon the things. We can say there is no such direct relation. So here we can say the variables are independent, means there is no relation. And if we talk about perfect, if two things are related in a way that they have 100% effect of an increase or decrease on another one, then they are said to be perfectly correlated. Otherwise, there is relation or not, depends upon the things to be discussed. So these are the first type in which we have categorized the correlation, that there could be a positive relation, a negative relation. We can say there is no correlation, or there could be a perfect correlation. Okay. Now if we talk about type 2, so here we are saying type 2 means when correlation can be categorized as linear or non-linear. As we talked about, linear means when there is a straight line. We have learned about that if we have y is equal to ax plus b, this is the equation of the straight line, which we call it as a linear equation. If we are getting ax square plus bx plus c, so it is a quadratic equation, but it is not linear type of thing, correct? So we give a name linear to whenever there is a straight line existing. So here we are saying there is a linear correlation whenever we have the equation of straight line type of thing existing, means we can draw a straight line in any form between the two variables. And if it is not drawn like a straight line, then obviously it is a non-linear. As we talked about, here we are saying that there is no correlation. So what we are saying is about the linear correlation, because there could be another type of correlations also, correct? So we are going to investigate only the linear correlation, which is a part of our study. And here if you see, here we have shown with the help of some diagrams, and you will see that this is a method of showing the correlation known as a scatter diagram. So what is being interpreted here, here we have shown that if correlation is 1 means we have perfect positive correlation. So perfect positive correlation means if this is increasing on x-axis anything, then the same effect is there on the y-axis. So you can see there is a increasing line, straight line is there. If we see the second one, here also it is a straight line, but in the negative direction. Negative direction means if we can see, if x is at the peak, if this is the value of x, which is very small, y value is very large, as x is going to be increased, and x value is going to be increased if I move here on the x-axis, but as a result, what we are getting y value to be decreased. It means it is showing the negative impact. So again, they are related, but they are negatively correlated. Here we have positive. In positive, we are getting a straight line in increasing direction, and we have the negative, we are getting a straight line in the negative direction, correct? If you have drawn a scatter diagram between the two variables, and see, we are just getting some of the points here in the third diagram, and there is no such straight line that we can draw, correct? So here what we are getting zero correlation, means we can't interpret this type of relation, correct? Then we have correlation given as 0.8 and 0.2. So what it actually means, it is, you can see here we are getting a straight line, and we said this is a positive correlation, we got a straight line. Here also we are getting a straight line, but it is actually not straight, and the points are scattered. If I draw a line in between, so the points are scattered along the line. And here if it is 0.2, so here see they are scattered along a straight line and they are very much apart also. Correct. So this is how we can find out the different scatter diagram based upon the correlation, or we can say depending upon the correlation, we can see which type of diagram is existing. And from the scatter diagram also you can have a hint that there is some type of correlation, no correlation, positive or negative. So we are going to study it also. Let's see the type 3. Type 3 we are saying, till now we are saying that we can find out a correlation between the two variables when they are depending upon each other. Obviously when the two things are depending, only then there is a relation. As if I talk about you and me, you all are looking towards me today, as it happened that I was not online, so you all are looking for that there is a class or not, because the lecture depends upon me. So obviously as a student and the teacher, we are connected to each other. Correct. If you persons are not joining for 2-3 days, as I do not know about the student Aniket, who is not coming from a long, so obviously I'm looking for the what should be the reason that he is not here. Correct. So there is some connection, there is some relation between you as a student and me as a teacher. We have some responsibility and we are depending upon each other. Correct. So here if we talk about that, whenever we are looking for simple correlation, so here we have one dependent and one independent variable. Correct. When we are talking about here, see, what the definition is saying, two independent and one dependent. No, for I think it's not written correctly. Simple means we have only one independent and one dependent variable, and if I write down, it can be of the form y is equal to ax plus b. That is what we are going to study. We are going to study a simple and linear correlation when one dependent variable is there, y, which is depending upon x. Correct. When we talk about the multiple correlation means here we have y is equal to ax. Let me take ax1 plus bx2, means the number of independent variables are more. And here if we have to name it, multiple means it could be any number of more than one. Whenever we have more than one independent variable, here we can see this definition is going for this, more than one independent variable and one dependent variable. So it is y is equal to ax1 plus bx2 and so on. Let me take, if it is some constant with x n. Correct. It is not fixed. So here we have one dependent variable. Here in the multiple we have one dependent, y is depending upon all of them, and they are more than one. So here this is known as a multiple correlation. And if we talk about partial, so what we are saying, we have one dependent, still we have one y, and more than one independent variable. The same is the definition same as that of multiple, but we are saying only one independent variable is considered at a time and other independent variables are considered constant. So that is known as a partial correlation. Correct. Means it is the same thing as we are talking about the multiple correlation, but we are looking for the effect of only one at a particular time, and at that time we are considering the constant. For example, if we talk about demand and supply, so as we have discussed that demand of something will, if it is increased, then obviously supply has to be increased to get up the demand. And suppose I'm working in an industry, I'm looking for that what is the demand of my product, and according to that I have to go for the supply. Correct. And there are various factors. If I just talk about demand and supply, that how much I have to produce depending upon the demand. Correct. This is one factor I am saying, so it is just a simple correlation. If I look for that how much I have to supply to a particular company, or depending upon how much I have to produce, so might be I'm looking for more than one factor. If I'm looking for how much advertise I have done, what is the cost of my product, what is the quality of my product, obviously all these things are affecting the demand of my product. So in that case we are working on a multiple correlation. And if we are talking about I want to discuss the effect of each and every item on my product, that how much should I produce, then we are looking for the partial correlation. So depending upon the requirement, if I just want to see something on a broad sense and just the dependent and independent type of things are coming. So obviously it is a simple one. When we are looking for the different factors which are responsible for a particular thing, then it is multiple. And the same thing is leading to the partial when we are looking for the effect of one thing, when we know that a lot of things others are existing who have an impact on one thing. Correct? So this is what we have as a type 3. Now, as we have discussed, we are going to learn only the simple and the linear correlation. Other relations also are there, but in our course, we are not going to look for that. We are restricted to only linear correlation of simple type. So, what are the methods that we are going to study with? Well, we are going to study the first method is scatter diagram method. Already we have a hint with what is the meaning of a scatter diagram. Then we will start with the Karl Pearson coefficient correlation method. Means we will calculate some coefficient, and based upon that I have given you a hint that correlation coefficient we are going to measure whose value is lying from -1 to 1. So this is how we are going to work with the second thing. And the third thing in our course is the rank correlation. Rank correlation will come into the picture when something cannot be measured directly. For example, if I talk about some of the quality based things, then obviously there is no such number that we can give it to honesty, to the beauty and all these things. So in that case, what we can do, we can rank them. Suppose if I talk about that there are 24 students in my class, how much students are cooperating with me, how much students are learning in this online session, then this how much can be given a rank. Correct? But I cannot quantify each and every student. So when I can number them, then actually I'm giving them a rank. Correct? So this is the scenario that we are going to learn these three things for studying of the correlation. Let's start with the scatter plot that we have already started by looking at. What is a scatter plot or a scatter diagram? So scatter diagram is a diagram which is plotted between the two variables to visualize the relationship between them. And how we are going to plot it? Whenever a data is given to us for the two variables, we are going to take x and y axis and we can plot there. Suppose I have given you that when we are studying these much hours, suppose 2 hours we are studying, a student is getting this much marks. If a student is giving 3 hours of study, then this much marks is coming. Similarly, whatever the marks are coming, I have noted down and I have plotted it on a x and y scale, and we can take it. So if this type of scatter diagram we have created and we are getting a increasing line, means if we are increasing the numbers of hours of studying, our marks are improving. Obviously it has an effect. Correct? So obviously we are looking for the positive correlation. And what we have done, we have not analyzed anything, we have just took the data, we have plotted it on x and y axis that we have learned as a graph in the small classes, and that is a correlation we can discuss about. Correct? Similarly, if we talk about another example, if we take of the maintenance of car, we know that if I am purchasing a new car today, so maintenance is very less. This money spent on the maintenance is very less because it is brand new. But as the years are passing, today it's new, then it will be 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year, 4 year, 5, and so on. So what we know is, as the age of a car is increasing, the maintenance cost will be increased. Correct? And if we talk about maintenance costs, so obviously both things are increasing. Again, we are getting a positive correlation. And if I talk about the same example, that as my car is going to increase in the age and I'm going to sell it, sometimes it's possible that we are not comfortable with one of the car we have purchased, and we want to change the model of the car, or any other problem is coming, we want to sell it. So obviously when we go to the selling shop, this um, we can see some agent broker we are looking for. So the first thing they will ask is how much old your car is, because depending upon how much years I have passed, I have worked on my car, the selling price is going to be decreased. Here, as my old car is getting old, the price that the broker is going to give me will be less. So here if we talk about, we are getting a negative correlation. Correct? So here again, just by having some of the idea regarding the output that we are getting, we could have a you can say an idea of the correlation, that the two things are positively correlated, negative correlated, or there is no correlation. Correct? So let's see some examples. Here we have the relation between the positive correlation, and this is the same example we have discussed. Number of hours spent studying. If somebody is studying 2 hours, might be is getting um, 65 marks. As it's 3 hours, we are devoting 70 marks. For 4 hours, 75 marks, and so on. Correct? And it's not so that it is always in the increasing direction. Here you can see for at 5 hours somebody is getting 70 marks, you know. So it depends upon. So if I see the pattern as a whole is in increasing direction, they are not actually lying on a straight line, but the pattern is in increasing direction. So here we are getting a positive relation. Here, if we talk about the age of the car and reliability, I have taken regarding the selling price. Here, they are talking about the reliability. That as the age of my car is going to be increased, how much reliable the car is, obviously the reliability is going to be decreased. Correct? So here we are getting a relation, but it is in the negative direction. So it is a negative relationship, means it is negatively correlated. And if we talk about pulse rate and the weight, if we are looking for the pulse rate of a man and the weight that the man has, so if we have looked for a survey, then let us find out is there any relation between the pulse rate and the weight in pounds. So obviously this scatter diagram can be created, and from here we can see we are not getting a particular pattern. There is no such increasing or decreasing straight line. So obviously there we can say there is no relation, or we can say there is no linear correlation. Might be there is some other relation existing, because might be the pulse is not only depending upon the weight, but it's also depending upon the height. It depends upon this gender and so on. The different factors could be there. Okay, so this is what we have is no correlation. The next thing we are going to discuss is the second method. Second method means the coefficient of correlation we can calculate, and from that we will come to know that which type of correlation is there. Correct? So here we can say a measure of strength of the linear relationship between two variables is defined in the terms of covariance of the variable divided by the standard deviation. So this is the definition you can actually learn, because in the formula we are not going to use it. So here if we say here what we have, it is the linear relationship between the two variables defined in terms of covariance. We have learned actually covariance in this course. COV, it is the representation between the two variables divided by their standard deviation. So this is just you can learn as such. If you want to explore it more, you can. Otherwise, I will show you with the help of a formula directly what is the formula for calculating the correlation coefficient. Okay. And how we are going to represent it? We are going to represent it by R, and the value of R lies between +1 to -1. For +1, as we have seen, it is positively correlated, and for -1, it is negatively correlated. The next thing is how we are going to see that it is which type of relation is there. I think we are not getting the voice. Huh? It's shown me that I have left, but actually I have not left.
Ma'am, one question is there, ma'am. These things, ma'am, correlation, ma'am, are these used in ma'am data science?
Obviously, in the data science, if we talk about that, whenever we are browsing some of the websites, then we are getting some of the suggestions related to that. Means today, if I am looking for some of the thing on a sale regarding, suppose I am looking for some kids item, and I left that website and I am doing some work on the Google, and after still you can see that you will get some of the pop-ups from the
Yes,
different
ma'am. Yes,
websites if you have not
yes,
blocked
ma'am.
them. So what actually they are using.
Also, ma'am, also, ma'am, ma'am, sometimes, ma'am, the ranks of the website, how much they are browsed, traction, ma'am, it is measured, ma'am, through this.
Yeah,
That
actually,
how much people. how
Like
much
how
people
much
are coming, how much people are coming to that website in a
that
particular
is also
period
being
of
that
time.
is also being measured. They are also looking for your choices. If we talk about the your you as a person, it is well known to the advertising agencies that which type of person you are, which type of websites you are browsing, how much time you are spending on these things, and all that. All the data they have just from our browsing history. So what they are looking for, they are actually measuring each and everything. Correct. So it's very you can say obvious thing that we are looking for that the two things are related and how much they are related. Correct. As nowadays we know about the Sushant Kumar death, so it news was coming on the some channel that more of the youth is spending time on looking for how the depression is being affected and leading to all these things. So they come to know regarding these type of data analysis they are doing, and they are giving us the output. What
And
output they
ma'am,
are giving?
also ma'am, social media uses ma'am this.
Obviously,
Uh,
because social media also use our data, and how much we are learning to this.
okay.
Correct. So here I have discussed. I don't know when the connection got disconnected. Here, what we have discussed is the correlation definition. It is represented by R. It lies from +1 to -1, and we will come to know regarding the correlation from its magnitude and its direction. And if we talk about R, this is the best way to visualize. I have added a picture that R always lies in -1 to 1. You can see a man is there holding R if it is visible, and it is lying from -1 to 1, and in between it is 0. Okay? We use the positive and negative sign to denote correlation. Like what we started with, we have
Corrections, but
yes, here we have calculated the R value, and we are getting some value either positive, negative, whatever. If the value is in -1 to 1, it means your calculation is wrong. The question I used to ask from the student during Viva in the practical exams whenever they have, that if you are getting a value of R which is very high, it is not from -1 to 1, it is from -1, why we are getting. So they start thinking, well, actually the reason is that the calculation is not correct because R cannot lie from out of the range, -1 to 1. Because if we are getting 0, it is no correlation. And here in between we have mentioned when it is intermediate, it is called weak, either positive or negative. So here this is a chart type of thing that you can learn, or we can see from here also in the theory part that R is 0 means there is no association or correlation between the variables. From 0 to 0.25, it's weak correlation, either positive or negative we are talking about. 0.25 to 0.75, it is intermediate, and 0.75 to 1, it is strong. Where R is 1, it is perfect. And the same thing is holding for the negative side also. Here we are saying all thing in positive side, and the same thing lies on the negative side also. Correct. For the theory, then we have in the notation that we have to use, and then after the formula. So here we let us stop, and in the next class we are going to start with the question
ma'am,
related to the
uh,
numerical. And
uh, ma'am, one question is there, ma'am. Is that ma'am chart yet that you have showed weak, intermediate, and that, ma'am, that is ma'am quite similar to fuzzy logic. Ma'am, actually, I was studying, ma'am. Our AI sir,